Hello everyone, it's Aaron from My Dying Bride. Hello. And today I am going to cook for you a French dish called Coq Au Vin, but it is my interpretation of it. So any French people watching, it won't be quite like your mother used to make, but hopefully it will still be delicious. Here are our ingredients. We have mixed herbs, bouquet garni, garlic, ground black pepper, salt, butter, red wine, stock, pickled onions, mushrooms, onion, carrot, and that stuff is the awful celery. And over there is some chicken that I already browned. If you don't know how to brown chicken, then you probably shouldn't be watching this. So that's the ingredients. Let's kick off. So you've seen the ingredients. Let's do some chopping. Now I cannot stand celery, but when it's cooked, it's a lot nicer. You've got to dice this up particularly small, so we'll get it really thin and tiny. Sorry about the noise. And we'll do a little bit of that in the pan with that. Do the other one. Just get the end off. Make sure you've got a sharp knife and you know what you're doing. Always make sure you look. Right, that is the awful celery done. Lovely. And again, I'm sure some of our French viewers will be watching saying, you don't put celery in that. Fine. I'm putting celery in it. Carrots, again, finely chopped, as good as you can get them. Oops, come here, you bugger. There is a name for these three ingredients: the onion, the celery and the carrot. Can't remember what it is. It's quite noisy, isn't it? And produce a bit of thick stock. We have got stock, but these will help. One large onion. Just chop it in half and do that. Boom. My mum, God bless her, she used to have a full onion, and with a knife she'd spend ages like this trying to get all the skin off. And I don't understand that. Just do that and it's off. Anyway, so similar thing, get these nice and small so they all cook at the same time. I'm not actually going to dice, I'm just going to slice. Right, butter. About that much butter. How much that is, and some oil. I never mentioned oil in the ingredients. Just a bit. Any oil is fine. Crack on. Right. We're going to sweat this down. Well, this is probably going to take 10 or 15 minutes. So that would be very boring to watch. So we're not gonna watch it, are we? What am I, Diane Bride, doing at the moment? We are writing a new album. By the way, as I record this, it is early March 2022. We are writing a new album at the moment. It's still very much in its infancy. There's no titles, none of the songs are actually finished. It's progressing nicely. I can't really give you an example of what the overall sound is going to be yet. As I say, it's too new. And we're also rehearsing the older songs because we're going on tour, finally, at last. The last time we toured properly was 2017, and it's now 2022, so it's been a while. So we're quite nervous about it, and hoping that we still have the fitness which you need, because when you go on stage, you've got all those hot lights blazing away, and if you've let yourself get out of shape, you can really feel it on stage. It's awful. You know, after the first one or two songs, you're puffing and panting, and people don't want to see a sweaty old man on stage. Well, some people might. So I'm just trying to get a bit fitter, try and eat a bit healthier, and do a bit more exercise. And so that is currently what we're doing. Yeah, the last record was our EP, Macabre Cabaret, which is still available, obviously, and many different coloured vinyls. So have a look for that if you haven't taken the plunge already. I highly recommend it, obviously. What else have we been up to? You know, of course we have a beer. Yes, we do indeed have a beer that's available from the Darkland Brewery. That's the Darkland Brewery here in Yorkshire. Okay, garlic is, here we go. We'll put three good sized cloves in. That should be fine. These have anchor points here and here. We need to remove those. Because they're what's holding the skin together, and we don't want the skin. Once you've taken those off, you just give it a little tap. And hopefully it drops out. Doesn't always work, but it's a better way of peeling it. I suppose it's not even peeling, really, is it? There we go. Now we can either slice like this. It's good to have different textures. It always adds to the variety. So we'll stick them in. You can do it chunkier, so that you can actually, when you come across one in your spoonful, it's quite a nice surprise. It will be cooked all the way through and will be soft and delicious and a little bit buttery. And you can also just flatten the thing, get that a bit better, and it all turns to mush. Spray that off with all. Right, let's chop up these mushrooms while we're in chopping mode. Right. Keep them as big or as small as you want. I like them quite chunky. I will cut a couple of them very finely because they will then blend into the rest of it, and they will kind of disappear, but they'll add to the thickness. So we'll just do a couple of... That'll do it. I'll give this another stir. This is coming on very nicely. smells delicious. As soon as you put that garlic in, the flavour, the smell, instantly way better. What we've got here, just dried mixed herbs. It's thyme and rosemary and all the usual suspects. Bob that in. We're done with the garlic. You can go over there, sunshine. Salt, not all that would be ridiculous. But a good pinch. Good pinch of salt. Bouquet garni, it's not the proper stuff. Obviously the proper stuff you would go into your own herb garden if you had one. I don't have a herb garden, so I have a supermarket. You get these. One is supposed to be enough, but it never is. Two is good. They're going in. The stock, this is vegetable stock in this rather attractive pint glass. Look at that, lovely. Let's get that in. Beautiful. And a pint of wine. So let's get a pint of wine in, shall we? I'm not going to do a full pint because it can be a bit overpowering. So we'll just have that much of a pint, whatever that might be. Delicious. It's a bit uncouth, but a nice French Coq de Rhône from the Rhône Valley. Lovely, thank you very much. Right, so let's get stirring. We're going to boil it right up. And then once it's boiling hot and smoking like crazy, we'll drop it down to a simmer. Okay, it's been 20 minutes on a nice low simmer. Ooh. So again, as I say, it doesn't look very appetizing, but it will be. Right, you can see the liquid has reduced a fair bit already. So I'm going to leave the lid off. I'm going to give that another 20 minutes on the lowest possible heat, and we'll come back and see how thick and juicy it is. Okay, here we are back again. I think it's ready. I think it's ready. You can see it's reduced a lot further. Still plenty of liquid in there, but the flavours now are so concentrated that it's going to be unbelievable when you taste that. So let's serve it up, shall we? Now, you don't want to eat the bouquet garni. That would be very silly. I've got one just there. Let's remove that. See you later, bud. You would probably have parsley just on top as decoration. I'm going to have spinach, roll it up a little bit, slice it nice and fine way. We'll sprinkle that on top. Plenty of it. I'll put it all on. And there, I think we have it. That is the dish. You can put potatoes in this if you wish, if that's what your carbohydrate fix is going to be. I'm going to use buttered toast. Just stick a couple of little things in like that. Now the pickled onions, let me see if I can find one. They won't taste like pickled onions anymore. That was pickled onion, which was very vinegary, as you can imagine. But it's been cooked now for an hour, and the flavour, wow. Still a hint of vinegar in it. Lots of crunchy onion still. Plenty of texture. It's not like a normal onion, and it's not like a pickled onion. It's a completely new entity. Bit of chicken. Soft, delicious. Falls apart in your mouth. Absolutely delightful. Bit of buttered bread. It's gone all wobbly. Lovely. Oh. The flavour is so strong. The stock, the seasoning, the red wine have all been reduced down to really concentrate and intensify that flavour. And it's very, very rich. A bowl this big, I'm not sure I could even finish it because it's so unctuous. There's a lot of butter in there. There's butter on the toast as well. But it's just amazing. I mean, try it. Okay, it's not classic Coq Au Vin, but it's my version, my interpretation, and I hope that one day you might give it a whirl. Because it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Alright, well, cheers everybody. Check on the My Dying Bride website for details of tours and gigs, and hopefully 2022 we'll see you on the road sometime. Cheers, bye bye.